And here to call the action, Rick Mooney.
And away they're lined up to go in this figure-8 feature race. Up in front is the 10 of Brian Slippy out of East Concord. He'll be joined in the rest of the field by the 266 of Bob Morgan of Delavan, the 42 of Delavan's Kurt Pastorius, the 207 is Todd Miller of West Valley, and the 169 Randy Thompson of East Amherst, and the 47 Mike McDonald of Farnham, the 233 it's Nicky Chapman of Ellicottville, the 141 Anton Anderson Jr. of Elma, and the 8 it's Radical Roy Daly of Forestville, 16 Rocky Roberts of Gainesville, in the 0 it's Bill George of Yorkshire, and in the 157 from Gowanda it's Gene 2. A dozen cars set to go a dozen laps in the figure-8 feature event. Here they come, the green flag is out, and we are racing. And it's Brian Slippy taking advantage of that front starting spot to take the lead in the early going as the field. The pack, Mike McDonald and Anton Anderson being bounced around just a little bit, but everybody makes it through the first turn relatively unscathed. Up in front, it's Brian Slippy in car number 10, your leader. He's going to make it through the crossover without incident the first time around, but the next time by, who knows? Bob Morgan holding on to second in 266. Kurt Pastorius is third in the 42. Behind it, Todd Miller in the 207. Randy Thompson in the 169. And Brian Slippy just makes it through as Gene Two Guns at the rear of the field now, pulling out of action in car number 157. Apparently something not right. And Brian Slippy loses it in the turn, and Bob Morgan has inherited the lead. Bob Morgan now shown as your leader in car 266. And Kurt Pastorius now in second. Slippy drops back to run currently sixth on the field. Pastorius in the 42 trying to find some running room to pull alongside of Bob Morgan. Pastorius finds some room alongside Morgan, holding that Chevelle out in front. But here comes Pastorius on the outside. Can't quite find the running room he needs. And back in the pack, Bill George in the 0 is in the infield grass. Up in front, the race for the lead continues side by side. It's Kurt Pastorius, so it looks like he may have established position alongside of Bob Morgan. And we see Bill George being black flagged because he's dragging the rear bumper, creating a dangerous situation for the competitors on the track. Morgan gets way out of shape through the turn, and this opens up the door for Pastorius. He takes advantage, says please and thank you, and takes over the lead in car 42. Morgan drops back to run second. Todd Miller in third in the 207, followed by Randy Thompson in the 169. And Morgan getting sideways, and contact is made. Todd Miller in the 207 and Mike McDonald in the 47, making hard contact with Miller, 207. See some body parts are off on the track, as McDonald actually looks like he's going to continue to run despite the fact his radiator must have been crunched in that one. We can see the steam and smoke coming up from the front of the dented number 47. And the race for second getting tight as Randy Thompson came to a dead stop there. This allows Brian Slippy to race on by to grab the number 2 spot. And Roy Daly now up in third. Mike McDonald still trying to run with leader Kurt Pastorius, so he's virtually a lap down right now, and his car is showing smoke and steam, and it can't be running right with that heavy front end damage. Kurt Pastorius is your leader. He's trying to put McDonald in the 47 a lap down, but McDonald's not going to give up without a fight. Mike's usually used to running for the lead, and he just can't handle this being a lap down stuff right now. Here comes Roy Daly, the 8, currently in second place, trying to get a lap on Mike McDonald. Brian Slippy out of shape in the number 10, and Anton Anderson sneaks on by to grab third place in the 141. Pastorius has opened up a rather wide lead, but now that Roy Daly's in second place and there's no traffic immediately ahead of him, Daly is going to attempt to reel in Kurt Pastorius out in front.
Anton Anderson just got a good route in the trunk door by the number 10 of Slippy. Anderson trying to take that smoking car up through the field. He's trying to get by the 47 car, who very sportsmanlike waves him by. But think about the problems that they're having on that 47 car, because he can't see where he's going the way that hood's folded up.
And the number 10 car, Brian Slippy, has come to a halt on the figure 8 course. The 10 car apparently out of power and apparently out of action. Your leader continues to be Kurt Pastorius. He has to slow it down and let Rocky Roberts slip by the other way in car number 16. Here comes Roy Daly. He just sneaks it through between Todd Miller and Bob Morgan. Here comes leader Kurt Pastorius back through the X again. Here comes Roy Daly. Foot to the floor. He makes it through unscathed. And crossing back and forth, Anton Anderson now makes it through in third place in car 141. Nicky Chapman currently shown in fourth in the 233. And fifth place is the 16 of Rocky Roberts. Todd Miller hits the brakes that time by to let third place Anton Anderson slip on through the X. Here comes Kurt Pastorius, and here comes Roy Daly. Daly backs it off just a little bit that time to let Randy Thompson through in the 169. And the white flag is now being shown. This is the final lap for Kurt Pastorius, your race leader. Second place, Roy Daly, and third place, Anton Anderson. The final tour of the figure eight course. Pastorius makes it through the X, and he'll have two more turns of the wheel and around the X for the final time, and he'll be looking at the checkered flag. Here he comes, and under the checkers, it's Kurt Pastorius with the win. Roy Daly finishes second in car number 8. The 141 of Anton Anderson is third. Fourth place will be the 233 of Nicky Chapman, and completing your top 5 will be the 16 of Rocky Roberts. And Rocky just shreds a tire as he crosses the finish line in car number 16. Kurt Pastorius in what looks like an old Tom Wooden car, picking up the victory. Your feature race winner of the figure eight division, Kurt Pastorius. Your unofficial top 5 in that one, Kurt Pastorius in car 42 with the win. Roy Daly finishing second in car number 8. Anton Anderson Jr. taking third in the 141, Nicky Chapman finishing fourth in 233, and the 16 of Rocky Roberts completing the top 5. So Kurt Pastorius taking the victory lap around the big track. And here he comes out of turn number 4. He'll be climbing out for the victory ceremonies. The first time out for Kurt in this particular race car, although Kurt is a veteran of a few years of figure eight action here at Holland Speedway. He brings the car to a halt. He'll be climbing out from the inside of that racer. So that's a veteran car and a veteran driver. Just the first time they've put this car and driver combination together, and it's a victorious combination because there he is, ladies and gentlemen, your figure eight feature winner, Kurt Pastorius. Let's now go on trackside to Kenny Hangauer Jr. and our winner, Kurt Pastorius. Kenny?
Well, Kurt, you gave a little war dance when you climbed out of the car. Looked like the heat was wilder than the feature tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately we had to drop out of that. We had fuel line problems. We got some stuff out of the gas tank in the carburetor, but seems to be all right now.
There was kind of a wild crash over here. I don't know if you call it turn 3, 4, or 5 or what, but we were close to getting involved in that one.
No, by the time I come back around, I see it kind of happen behind me, and I was hoping there wouldn't be a red flag come out where we had to start up, so I got my advantage I wanted, so...
Well, Kurt, we got you here in Victory Circle. We'll give you an opportunity to thank the people that helped you here, your sponsors and crew.
First of all, I want to thank Tommy Wooden that runs the Challenger 22. If it wouldn't been for him, we wouldn't be here tonight because we were working on my regular car this week and the motor started knocking and it didn't sound good. So I got special thanks to Tommy and my sponsors Weber City and Katie Slon and Larry's Auto Stop. G&D Lily, my dad, my brothers, my girlfriend, and my cousin Rich, who worked on my other one all week long.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A nice round of applause for Kurt Pastorius in the figure eight.